of their naturals at the 8 o'clock position for Protoss, respectively 10 o'clock position for Terran. Better it is for Terran that he can easily defend it with these tanks right here on the ridge. He can also reach any units trying to go south of this area towards that expansion. And now the Dark Templar has reached this area, however he cannot go through, meaning that he has to go for the supply depot. And the missile turret is being built, bringing in more again SCVs to try to repair this supply depot and try to somehow and he did manage to hold it off long enough so as for the tanks to finally deliver that killing shot and to take out the Dark Templar. And now he's going to rebuild that line of defense that he had, or maybe not. No, he's actually not rebuilding a supply depot at that place. You can see that this force that came in was easily pushed away, and anything that went through. Oh, and this actually was a diversion. I thought he was going to go for the expansion. Actually, it was only a diversion to get the attention of the tanks, so that this Dark Templar can go through and attack the mineral line. Second factory being placed by a Boxer, and a missile turret. Very importantly, missile turret in the range of the mineral line. And you can see that the Dark Templar noticed the missile turret almost being finished, meaning that he was forced to push back, and now is attacking that refinery, which is not in range, sieging with the tanks. And you can see that he doesn't have any detection whatsoever, so he can go for that. But great stuff if you just saw that. Send that SCV close to the close to the Dark Templar, where he saw the Dark Templar was, and simply sniped his own SCV, and simply because of the splash damage that the tanks have, the Dark Templar was taken out as well. So great stuff from Boxer. Robotics facility in the meantime on the other side, as well as he probably going to see only High Templar from this point on, because pretty much missile turrets are all over the place, and it seems that Boxer will comfortably be able to fend any DT harasses. And in the meantime, on a third expansion for Protoss at the I guess 5 o'clock position, with a Nexus as well as a pylon with gateway, to pump some units if he is gonna be forced to. And definitely you have to feel that the game may be going well in Savior's favor, and damn it, I keep calling him Savior, sorry for that, Boxer's favor, simply because he has the economic, he's not far behind in economy, definitely, and he's definitely has the possibility to well protect what he has. You can see the shuttle, and definitely the shuttle will be necessary, because a normal attack will have absolutely no chance of dealing enough damage. Only with drops can InTotheRain really achieve something in this game. And back in that time, you really had to disrupt something in Boxer's game. Otherwise, he would simply eventually create such a large force that it would push, and eventually he would be in your main, and it would be over. Academy being built at this point in time by Boxer, and two Dragoons running around. I don't know what they were going to do. So the first Vulture Bike is out, and the Vulture Bike seems to be... I thought the Vulture Bike would go scouting, but I guess it missed this position, unfortunately. It actually turned and is going somewhere towards a 3 o'clock position. I'm not really sure. If you look on the minimap, that Vulture Bike is still running around there, kind of aimlessly, not sure what he's looking for, but now he might discover this expansion, and this could spell a lot of problems. I'm not sure. The Vulture Bike is still running around, and I think the Vulture Bike is right now going in for that expansion right now. The drop is actually being prepared by InTotheRain at this point in time, and I think I see the Vulture Bike has discovered that expansion at the 5 o'clock position, and this could be a big problem for InTotheRain. And as said, it's really hard to do something, because Boxer has the whole place rigged with missile turrets, and it's so hard to really manage to do anything about it. Observers in the meantime out, they're going to be important so as to cope with all the mines placed by the Vulture Bikes. And finally, a small army of Dragoons and High Templar, very importantly, with those key psionic storms moving out, And we also I see some High Templar drops from Into the Rain behind some mineral lines, and this actually is quite a good tactic. Not something that you see that often. I mean, I think many players often neglect High Templar in PvTs. Only usually go for Dark Templar, but High Templar definitely are also actually a very, very useful unit. In the meantime, still making some buildings over there, and finally it seems that that Boxer decides to push out from his base, and he's actually maneuvering past these the Dragoons, and may try to go for that expansion that he found. Actually, now he chooses not to, turns around and tries to somehow circle these units and to harass them from both sides. Eventually pushed back by this group of Dragoons, and unfortunately the High Templar remained in the shuttle and didn't do any damage really. 2 more gateways being placed here at this expansion, and a fourth expansion, sorry, being placed at the 4 o'clock position, and this can mean a lot of trouble because Boxer is choosing to push out, and I think he did he did see back a couple of minutes ago with that vulture bike the expansion, and he probably knows that there's not going to be enough defense over there. So if Boxer chooses to go for the 5 and 4 o'clock expansions, Into the Rain might find himself overpowered and will simply lose. Also Goliath's out. I missed the armory, sorry. Also Goliath's out for Boxer, as well as a couple of SCVs there to make the turrets. So this very standard turret push that you still see these days was also 7 years ago a very useful tactic. Pretty much Boxer is the master of pushes. He's the Terran Emperor. And so it was really, really hard when he decided to go for it and push out to simply do something about it. Those observers will also be pushed away by the missile turrets when they're finished. And on the other side, a much weaker army, you have to say. Yeah, High Templar are useful, but against what Boxer has, I don't think they're enough to really deal enough damage. Also, placing the mines at key positions so as to prevent any large advance of the Protoss army, to make sure that he's going to have to need to bring in those observers and clear the minefields if he wants to really push through. And actually it seems that he's going to attack from 2 sides, has a small force over here and another one south of this army, so he might choose to push through. And actually it seems that Boxer will go for the 5 and 4 o'clock positions, simply because he wants to cut off any reinforcements from the main. And you can see he really wants to do this by building these supply depots, and this could really be a huge problem of Into the Rain. Storm is going off over the army to another storm, but eventually all those mines